Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy.
What? You want the turkey? No turkey? No.
Coming back at you with some more For Honor, but we're not really doing some gameplay today. We are going to be doing something that has been requested many times throughout my videos, and that is going to be like, I guess, my full fashion guide on For Honor, because if you've played the game for any amount of time, probably over like 20 hours, you realize, probably just want to look cool rather than do good at the game. That's at least what I've come to the realization, so we're going to go ahead and look through my stuff because people ask me what I use for loadouts and everything. I'll just go through them relatively quickly. I'm not going to be like, this is why I chose this piece of armor. I'm just because I obviously chose it because I thought it looked cool and made a cool little combination on there. So that's what we're gonna do with today. We're gonna be going through a few characters, my mains, and then some of the other ones that I've been playing more recently. So we'll do some Kensei, we'll go through Shugoki, we'll go through a Valkyrie, then we'll go through Aramusha, and then to wrap it off, we will go through a little bit of Zhanhu and Shaolin to kind of wrap it up right there. But this is just going to be a little random video showing off this stuff. I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. First, guys, really quickly, got to give a shout out to the Ridge Wallet, who is today's sponsor and continuing to support the channel. If you don't know about the Ridge Wallet, it's light, sleek, and industrial. Won't create some weird bulge into your pocket like a traditional wallet will. Most people are still using their wallets that are designed in the 90s that essentially look like you're carrying around a brick in your pocket. Not very flattering. It's completely unorganized. You just got to go ahead and get rid of that and then move on to the Ridge Wallet. It holds up to 12 cards plus cash. There's a variety of materials like aluminum, brushed titanium, carbon fiber, and there's some really cool designs like this topographic one. It has a lifetime warranty because they're so confident in the material, and I would say looking at the 40,000 5-star reviews, this point definitely holds up. And if for some reason you don't seem to like it, you can send it back within 45 days for a full refund. You more than likely have switched from some crappy Nokia flip phone to the iPhone, the 345, whatever model they're on, and it probably made your life a whole lot easier, so why not do the same thing with your wallet? So if you are interested in this, go ahead to ridge.com/Tony and then use code Tony for 10% off with free worldwide shipping and returns. That's ridge.com/Tony and code Tony. So thank you again to Ridge, and let's get back into the video. So starting off, we'll go with like the high rep stuff and just kind of work our way down. I guess we'll start with Kensei. Obviously, you got to have 3 loadouts, because if you think that, you know, you can just get by with having one, you're simply mistaken. So we go ahead and go to this one. Nice little pink action on the guy, right? A little pink and blue, kind of looking cute with the Yayoi helm. That's a great face, by the way. So, like I said, we do have the Yayoi helm, and then we are using the Shiwasu chest and arms because I think they show the color the nicest. Then we got the Yanagawa blade, just got a little gold there at the bottom. And then we've got the Takashita Shimizu hilt, which I think is color changing, if I recall. And then the guard. So yeah, it is the color changing one. So it gives us this nice little pink and gold look on there. And then for this, don't use ornaments on the Yayoi helm, and if you do, you're a fucking weirdo. It just doesn't look right. All right, you can't, you know, with the flowing nice white hair, I don't think you can add an ornament on it. Material we have is black because I think it adds a little bit nice look to it. I feel like you could go for white if you wanted to, right? Don't get me wrong, but I don't like how it makes like the arm things underneath look like brown and weird to me. I don't know, that might just be me being weird. But the color we're using is called the Sugar Plum, which you get from the Cherry Tree Elite outfit, and the color pattern that we're using on pretty much everything is Sundoes Trial number 3. That kind of goes everywhere around. Get a nice little blue wispy whips in there. I should also mention I'm not a big fan of using like effects on a lot of my stuff. Maybe it's just because I'm a YouTuber and take a lot of screenshots for thumbnails, and effects kind of get in the way and make it hard for you to like cut out your character and stuff. That could be a reason, but a lot of them just don't really interest me too much. But yeah, that's the first one we got. Now we got our second loadout for the Kensei. This is the one that I probably get asked about the most, and probably my favorite one as well. It's a nice little red and black color combo. I think it looks filthy, to be completely honest. With the helm, we've got the split mustache, the Kabuki Mono. Probably one of my favorite helms, if not my favorite helm currently on the Kensei. We also have the chest piece with this guy on it. He's in some sort of stance, precarious position, and also the arms just to kind of wrap it up because I think it looks good as a set. We have the Kurogane Aoki blade, which is color changing. We have the Honoji hilt, which is color changing, and the Takashita Shimizu guard, which is color changing. Right, get all of that red in there, nice like. So the real key with this one is going to be coming from one of the paint patterns, but the ornament, we got the antlers. Obviously, you can see that antlers look good on these types of helmets. I will say that. We have normal red on here. You could use Cinnabar if you want to get a little bit more of that brightness, but I just didn't feel like buying it. but the color that we are using is called Chimera Resolve, which you get from the Year 4 Season 3 Battle Pass. And yeah, it's just a red, black, and white, pretty basic. But the main thing on here is, so for pretty much everything, we are using the brush stroke number 4 as the paint pattern, except on the chest. The chest, we have no paint pattern, because if you put on a paint pattern, it actually covers up my man right here, and then it doesn't, like, you can't see him. So I feel like you have to have it exposed there to kind of get the full look on it. So that's what we got going right here. This is one's personally my favorite Kensei one, and let's get to the next. And then this is my third one. It's kind of like a purple and gold royal kind of looking Kensei. I think looks pretty nice as well. For it, we've got the Opokami helm, nice white helmet. We've got the Tadeo's Insight chest, and Tadeo's Insight arms, which gives you this like really nice like gold flowery look in there. I like that a lot. Kamachi blade is probably the best purple blade that Kensei has. We have the Honoji hilt, obviously just for color changing, and then we have the Takashita Shimizu guard for color changing as well. These ones, you know, when you use the color changing stuff, it helps you out quite a bit. We have probably the best ornament in the game, if I had to say, is the Raging Hydra. I don't use ornaments very frequently, like I said, but this one is so fucking filthy. Gotta have it at least on one. The material that we have on here is just the base, because I think it looks nice with the rest of the like chest piece, so that's what we're using. The color that we are going to be using is Sundas Flame, which you can see is purple, black, and yellow, but you can really only see purple on here, and that's due to the fact that, well, we don't really have any paint on this chest, and the chest is kind of naturally this color, so that's what we're dealing with. So that makes it pretty cool. So we don't have like paint pattern on pretty much anything, just so you can get the actual little purple coming through on there, because I think it doesn't look as good once you add on like the yellow and stuff. Gets a little like meh in my opinion, and I think with the white it looks pretty nice with the mask and everything. So yeah, that's what we got for the Kensei loadouts. Let me know which one of these is your favorite, and let's move on to Shugoki. Now for Shugoki, I feel like I don't use as many of my like outfits as I really should, and like you're gonna see some sacrilege here as having no exposed chest on my loadouts, but it's okay. I still got a Santa Goki right here. It's just basically a loadout that's got red and white, making him look like Santa Claus. I mean, I just haven't gotten rid of it. He's here for the holidays all the time. We have the helm, we have the Ryatora helm, we have the Daikijin chest, and we are using the Ryatora arms just to get the red and white. And then we got the lovely snowflake head and handle and pommel just to add that Christmas spirit on there. You can put on the Christmas hat effect as well. The color that we're using is called Dragon Rage, which you get a Reputation 10, so you got to play a little bit with the character. Material is black, just so that we can kind of, you know, have like kind of the belt area for the Santa Claus be a bit black and whatnot. Ornaments, again, on Shugoki don't look that great, in my opinion. I think they just... why would you have something just really weird protruding out of your head? My favorite ornament for Shugoki, though, is probably the antlers. I think they look good on a majority of the helmet, so you could use this if you really wanted to. But again, not a huge fan. And for the chest, we're and pretty much everything else, we're using concave lines, so we can get mostly a flat color all the way around. So, yep, this is my first loadout. Next up, we have this one, my Shovel Knight loadout, probably the one that I'm using mostly. It's a cool little, like, brown, yellow, and blue. I like it actually quite a lot. We have the Uminami helm, which looks very nice. It's a nice mask. We have the Magoichi chest, which I think was the most recent one that came out, and the Magoichi arms. We're using the Tennu head and handle, which is a color changing, and then we're using the Glorious Sunrise pommel. Gives us that nice gold look. Then over on here, again, no ornament, because I'm not just a huge fan of it. The material really doesn't fucking matter. You can barely tell even if you chose any color. Even if you put on, like, fucking, like, green, you can barely even tell that there's any on there. But the color that we're using is called the Avant-Garde you know, it's that. So that's the color we have. It's a nice little, like, shade on there. The chest and back, we use this Winter Joys 3. It's got some deer and shit. That's pretty cool. The arms, we are using the Ornate Plate 1, which has got a little, like, Shovel Knight castle. And then on the standards, we have the actual Ornate Plate 3, which has Shovel Knight themselves, just kind of chilling there. And like I said, with the actual Ornate Plate effect right here, it looks pretty nice as soon as you see the helmet come through. It just looks pretty sick in my opinion, and this is probably my favorite loadout at the moment. And then my third one is just simply to strike fear into the enemies. It's just completely cursed. It's the Iko Iki, meaning that we're using the Iko Iki helm. It's just terrifying, to be honest. We have the Masamoto chest, as well as the Ryatora arms. We're using the Megitsune head, the Akagami handle, and the Megitsune pommel. Kind of red and black feel going on here. I really just made it just so it'll scare people if they look at it in like a 1v1 or something. No ornament, but the material we're using is black. We're using, I think, that same Chimera Resolve color. And then for the chest and everything else, we're using this like Shachihoko's Rain, which kind of looks like a, I don't know, some sort of demon type thing, but it's definitely scary, and I think it actually looks kind of cool. Even the mask is just a funny thing to look at. So that's my third Shugoki one. Now we got ourselves the Valkyrie. You know, I really only use like 2 of my Valkyrie loadouts, but I do have a third one as well. This one's probably my favorite. Right here, best helmet that Valkyrie has hands down is the Frigg helm. It's just so good. Then we have the Sigen chest and the Sigen arms that allow us to have like color changing pants and whatnot. Then we have the Ida head, the word shaft, and also the buckler of that same word, giving us this yellow and blue loadout right here. For the appearance, the ornament does actually make a big difference. Without an ornament, Val kind of just looks like she got a chrome dome. Not a huge fan of that. So an underrated ornament that I think looks really, really freaking good is the wooden horse. It just adds a little something right there. I don't know. I've always liked it for some reason. It's a really, really good one. Material, we just have the base because it doesn't really matter on this. And then we have the somber, which you get at level 8, so you can get that super, super early. Don't put any paint on the head because it looks weird. You want to keep that. And then the basically colors we have is the lunar swirls. So this is what we're dealing with as my first one. It's probably my favorite Valk loadout. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into the next one. This is my next loadout. Got a little black and gold action going on there. A little something, a little spicy action right there. We got the helm, the Eternal Grace, which looks really sick. Except the only thing that's like an issue is like her eyes right here are like, I don't know, it's like scarring around them. And it kind of makes me uncomfortable. But it's a cool helmet nonetheless. We're using the Weltho chest and the, that's even a harder word to pronounce, arms. It won't even try. We're using the Alioth head, the Minyu shaft, and the Minyu buckler to kind of give us that black and gold. The thing with Valkyrie is you never want to put paint pattern on your shield because it looks bad. And speaking of that, see, if you go to like left arm and put it on, you just take away from that cool little like gold emblem that you have on there. So no need to do that. Ornament for this one we were using is the high horns, which look pretty cool in my opinion. I think it's one of her better ornaments. The material is black, obviously, because that's what we were going for. And the color that we're using is War, which has a lot of black and grays and whatnot in it. It looks pretty nice indeed. For the chest and back and everything, we're using this Ren color because it's like pretty much black. You get a little bit of gray in there, but you can honestly not even really tell that much. And yeah, this one is a pretty nice one as well. And then this is my final one. It's kind of like a whitey silver type loadout for the Valk. I haven't really used it too much recently, but it's a pretty nice one. So the helm we're using is the Otherworld Skull helm. Not my favorite helm, but the main reason is because it's like the whitest hair I think you can get on Valkyrie. So it looks pretty decent. The battering ram chest, and then we also have the siren arms. We're using the Opokur head, the Kyr Azel shaft, and the Kyr Azel buckler. And then again, you don't want to put any like, I guess you can put a paint pattern on this one, just as long as it's like just plain white on there. The ornament, we're using the horned skull, which is pretty decent. I guess it's like slightly white, and I think it looks decent. Some of the other ones, again, like don't look that great on Valk. Then we have material, obviously, is going to be the pale. I think that's the brightest one that you can actually get on Valkyrie for this. Color is going to be Winterwoods. That has the most amount of white, so you don't have like any like other colors in there. And like I said, this one we actually do paint the head just to have the whole white look. And then we're using pretty much peak 1 on everything. So that's what we're with. I think I even have like, I think I had like Avalanche and stuff. No, I have Thunderbolt and Frightening on this because it is like white and you can spam it over and over. So makes it look pretty cool. And that's the Valkyrie. Next, we have the Aramusha. First off, starting off with a bit of the fucking dangle chips, dude. Love to see that. I'm not a huge fan of his new stuff, to be honest. The more and more I look at it, it kind of looks like hair and shit. So we do have the Gomon helm, but then we are using the cleansed chest and the Forest Demon arms to get that nice little green on there. And then we're using the Sylvian Wisdom for everything on the blades, the guards, and the handles. This is from the, you know, whatever Chimera battle pass thing that was on there at one point. So these ones look pretty nice. Just this whole green kind of looks pretty sick in my opinion. Then for the ornament, we have nothing on here because ornaments don't look as good on this type of one with the dangle chips. Material, the base, you could do white, but it doesn't make a huge difference. The color that we have on here is Frozen Forest, which is just white and green. And for like the head and everything, we have pretty much the Sylvan Calling 2. I believe we have it on pretty much everything. Nope, never mind. Apparently we have the Wistful Abude on our other stuff. I don't even know if I have anything on standards. Yeah, we still have the Wistful Abude. And then the chest and back has this as well. So I guess we do have just the only difference is on the helmet, just to get a little bit of that green. But it's a pretty nice one. I like it a lot. You got to have the flops, right? The new chest pieces don't give you the flops. They give you just these fucking rounded sandals. It's actually blasphemous. So make sure you're always clopping with the flops. This is the next outfit we got here. A little purple gold action going on. The helm we have is the Kisaragi helm that gives you a purple mask and everything. Fucking tried hard to say that. We also have the chest piece and arms for it to just kind of go together. We have the Fisherman's Wife's blades, which are really sick. The Asago hilts that give you like a purple and bluish one. And then we have the guards as well, just to make it just to make it look pretty much the same in terms of the color. We do have an ornament on here, which is the Shrine Crown, which is one of the better ones, I think, that Aramusha has. It's a little shrine action going on there. Looks pretty nice. Material we have is black, just to be kind of dark. And then the color that we're using is called Dark Lavender. Reputation 24. Do have to get pretty high up there. And for the head, we don't have anything on there because I don't really like painting the metal helmets on Aramusha. And for the rest of it, we're using Gaolei's Breath number 3, just to add a little bit of that spice action in there. It looks pretty nice indeed. I use this one quite a bit, and I like it. And the third one I don't use as much, just because I've kind of more so been like, this doesn't even look like straw. It kind of looks like hair. But I still think it looks kind of cool. You got to look at the fucking thunder thighs on Aramusha. Absolutely just loving that. So we have the Kuronoshin helm with the chest and arms as well. We're using the Onin blades and the Tenu Niwa hilt and the Onari guards, which kind of gives us a red, black, and gold look for all of our blades and whatnot. So I think that looks pretty decent. The ornament, we're using the bug, probably the best thing that he has. I like it a lot. We got black material. We got ourselves the bleeding color, which you get at level 18. Just black, black, and red. Pretty nice. The head, we have this swarm little color on there because it gives us mostly black. And then I think we use that for everything else because we didn't want to have any red on there. But like this one, it looks nice, but at the same time, like it just looks like weird hair to me. And again, no Gucci flip-flops, right? Just weird sandals, kind of awkward, but I still kind of like how it looks. All right, next up we got the Zhanhu. The man I say is probably the drippiest fucking character in the game. I mean, just look at this, man. This is my royal Zhanhu. Look at absolutely just spectacular. Let's go ahead and go to the helm. The helm that we're using is the Shenzang, and we are using the Pernicious Cinder chest and arms, probably the best chest piece that he has for making the drip. We're using the Meridian of Horkos blade, pretty much all the parts, because it's kind of got that purpley gold look as well to it, kind of matching what's on here. It's a little bit blue, but it's pretty close in shade. Then for the ornament, we don't have anything because you gotta have that nice little... the nice little gold here because he has arm ornaments. Not a huge fan of those. Material we have as base or as bronze. Wait, I thought I had gold. I thought I had gold on there. Okay, never mind. I was supposed to have gold on there. I guess I selected bronze on accident. But we were supposed to have gold just to make it look very, very nice. The color that we have on here is the Queenly, but we are mainly just putting on a color scheme just to get the purple and black. We didn't want any of the green. So this is what we were basically going for on here. It looks really, really nice in my opinion. This is the first one. Moving on to the second one, which again just looks absolutely insane, is this one right here. Red, black, and gold. I mean, are you kidding me? Go over to the helm. One of my favorite helms is the Sichi Ho helm. So we have that with also the Pernicious Cinder arms and chest piece. We're using the Moye blade and hilt, and also the where to go? The Yishin guard, Yitian guard. I don't even know how to say it, but that's what we're using. Again, no ornament. Material that we're using is gold again, and then the color is called Bloodbath, which gives us this just little red on like the arms and like the top of the little like bun right there. Looks very, very nice. And then, like I said, we're not using anything on here just to keep it black, so it looks pretty sick. And this one, I am using the Ecliptic Duality with it, so you can see, you know, if we have it on here, the red, when it's on, like, the front, looks really, really sick, and even this one looks pretty cool on it. So this one I do use an effect, and it's probably my favorite one for Zhanhu. This is my third one, not using the Pernicious Cinder on this one, but it also has, like, the Cobalt material on it, so... The helm here is also the Shichiho, and then we have the Wailing chest and the Demon Queller arms. We're using the Chimera Lianmeng blade, the Avant-Garde. I don't even know how to say the last word in here. Huaxuecia hilt because it's got a little blue on the end of it. And then we're using that same avant-garde guard for there. So this is what we have for here. Again, no ornament, not a huge fan. We're using the new cobalt material. Makes it add a nice little blue hue to it. I like it quite a lot. And then we were using cloudy, so it gives us like white and even little lighter blue. So we have like a darker blue and a lighter blue for some contrast on there. And then for, again, this, we wanted to get just as much white as we could. So we're using Gracious 2 on pretty much everything here, just so you can see it, so we could get the most amount of white. And the thing I like about this piece is when you change material, the dragons change color on it, so it's very, very nice. Definitely recommend using this chess piece too if you don't want to make something using Pernicious Cinders. And the final character we will be looking at it today is the monkey, but first we are not using monkey, it's just monk. This is like my Santa, like kind of Christmassy one, but I still think it looks really, really cool. With it, we have the Halibo helm, which is one of the new ones. I think it looks really cool, little old man Shaolin. Then we have the Ferocious chest and the Wusong arms. We're using the Chili Snowflake for all the top and bottoms and the shafts and whatnot. So it's pretty cool in that regards. The ornament we're using is the Yun Yang, which kind of, I don't know, it's like fucking Sun Wukong looking action. Like that a lot. The material we have is silver because the silver looks good. Ideally, I think I would probably have white, but you know, steel be an issue. And then the color that we're using is the red wine, which you get at literally level 1. And for the chest and everything, we got some trees, some Glade of Wyverndale. Gotta have a little tree action on there. In this one, I think we have like our Candy Cane XE and the present XE just to spread some of that holiday spirit. So, yeah, that's what we went with. Yeah, hopefully you guys like this one too. You know, even though it's not Christmas, I still think it looks nice. Next, we have ourselves the first monkey, featuring the classic monkey helm, probably my favorite helm that Shaolin has, the Kyongki helm. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. We're also using the Lu Zhishen chest and the Lu Zhishen arms, with also the intricate wisdom shaft, the wisdom top, and the wisdom bottom. I just wanted kind of like a white and gold look on this one. So for the ornament, we don't have anything because you got to let that hair kind of flow out. Material we have is gold, which kind of changes the outside of this and some of the other stuff on there, which I think looks really, really nice. And then the color we're using is Winterwoods because I didn't want to take away too much from like these little like threads that he's got here with like these scrolls and everything. I think that looks really, really nice. And as you can see, there's no real paint pattern on here because I wanted to keep it as like true to like the actual just normal chess piece. You don't have to put paint patterns on. A lot of like the armor pieces look really good by themselves. And then the last one, I guess, is like my fucking Sun Wukong Halloween themed-esque one, but I still think it looks really, really good, so I never took it off. Again, we are using the monkey and then we have the ferocious chest and combustion arms. Using the thin squash shaft and the top and bottom, it makes it kind of look like a dirty Q-tip, but it's kind of funny because the faces on them are kind of hilarious. Again, for the ornament, we have the Yun Yang, which I think is his best ornament out of the entire like list of them. We have the black material on, and then we have the color of dusk, which you get at level 1 again. So for the chest, we have Gao Lei's breath number 2. I think we have that for pretty much everything. Just want to make sure I didn't remember off the top of my head if we did. Looks like we do. So yeah, this is the one that we use. I mainly use my second loadout for here on Shaolin, but you know, I like this one to bust it out every once in a while as well. And again, no real effects or anything on here. But yeah, that's going to do it actually for showing through, I guess, my main characters on here. I mean, I do have fashion on other characters, but I just find that I play these characters mostly. So I thought I would show them off. It gets asked quite a lot, so you know, you guys can, you know, make a loadout similar to this if you want to. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this little different video. If you did, drop a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. You can always unsub if you want to later. It's free. And I will talk to you in the next one. Stay safe out there. Peace.